McClunky!
Wow.
Whoa. That is never not gonna shock me. Like, every time that happens, I feel like
I
something's
keep on
going
forgetting
wrong.
that Richard is in fact a robot.
I really wanted to make today special
Why?
because these episodes were boring as shit for me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay.
See, okay, like, I don't know, I guess I can sort of see that they were slowish, but I don't know, I overall really like these episodes, in all honesty. I was shocked by the fact that they were a two-parter in the first place. Like, that was...
Shouldn't have been.
I like,
Shouldn't
these
have
are my
been.
optimal kind of, like, away from the normal story kind of thing with, like, Rex and shit. If they go away from that, these would be the optimal things I'd like to see, I guess.
I hate Omega, and these were Omega episodes.
Man, I love her, and I love seeing her, like, growth and stuff like that, and do, like, actually, like,
Dude, I was when Omega's like,
We could be more than soldiers. We could be a family.
I was like, shut up, little girl, shut up.
Sam told me to do that on stream, so I did.
I appreciate it too because it sounded great.
As someone with misophonia, I'm glad that I was yelling and I didn't hear it because I would have been rolling around in my chair, dude.
Sam said it sounded like the
Minecraft,
Minecraft eating noise.
like eating and drinking noise. Yeah.
People eating and drinking on a microphone sends me into like a panic attack. Like,
I'm alright with
deadass.
it, but yeah, I can see.
Whenever we play D&D, I'm sorry, we're not talking about Bad Batch.
Well, it's okay.
Whenever I play D&D with my buddies, they right before we go live, they will spend the first 10 minutes just like eating sun chips on my phone. And it kills me. And they
I like drinking a good soup.
Oh my God. I hate it. I have to I have to take my headphones off when it happens because it straight up like sends tingles down my spine.
In a good way.
We now know the power word against Richard.
Dude, when I eat chips, I have to put one in my mouth and let it dissolve.
Ew.
Hell,
Oh my
that's-
God.
I know.
I
don't eat
tracker that thing. Like,
I'm way more of a texture person than a sound person, so like the feeling of like a mushy, soft cracker or chip in my mouth, I don't like.
yeah, that would just be disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Is like my misophonia is so bad that like I can't even listen to myself chew.
Oh man, that's awful.
I have to eat like
You
a
live in
delicate little
constant
flower
agony.
of myself. Anyway, Bad Batch, good show.
Good show, good show. Anyway, thanks for showing up, guys.
Yep.
Talk to you later.
So,
Didn't like these episodes. See you next week.
ooh, see, but you say you can talk more about things you hate, so this is the perfect thing for you.
Well, that's the thing is I didn't hate them. I just thought they were boring. These episodes felt to me like in the last season of the Clone Wars, where it's just dealing with the two sisters that were spice runners, where it's like I don't care.
Yeah, but then after that, it was amazing.
Yeah, after that it was incredible.
I just still think that like there are certain moments even within those episodes, like with Ahsoka. I just like the character moments within these things, right? Like
I completely agree. I get that.
it's nice to see that the batch, like without Echo, without Echo, they are like obviously less capable. Like they're missing a member, so like I think the ship wouldn't have gotten stolen, all that kind of shit, right? Like we would have.
I miss Echo, man. Where's he going back?
And I think that we're meant to absolutely miss Echo. Like this episode is supposed to like really like ram that in.
Yeah, both these. I think they're doing a good thing by like giving us time to like be like Echo's gone, because like a lot of shows they would be like, oh, this character's leaving. The very next episode they come back.
Kind of like you did Mandalorian with Book of Boba Fett in a way, but yeah.
It's like, oh man, this is the last time we're ever gonna meet. And it's a heartfelt goodbye, and then oh, he's back now. Cool.
I think he'll be back when Tech
Yeah.
dies.
That's
The Tech
the
dies?
other thing, dude. Because okay, yeah, like if I think it just became way more clear too. Yeah, that like Echo got so
Dude,
much
I've
more
been saying it.
development. Yeah, in this episode,
I've been saying
he's
it.
dying this season for sure, dude.
You mean Tech?
I think.
Yeah.
I think
I
he's
went-
coming.
Or sorry, what did I say?
I think he's
got
going
his
back
own
to like
episode.
season finale. Big
Yep.
reveal. Echo
I think
with Cody or Rex. I mean,
yeah, for sure. I think Tech's absolutely dead. He got his own episode, and then he got like this two-parter where he got a lot of character development. And they only do this when someone's gonna die.
Development, and even like I would say he got his point to Omega, where she at the very end of this episode like reiterated his point. I think that was
Mhm.
like a growth moment for her as well. Like I like that.
Maybe it's just because I'm on the spectrum, but when when Tech is like looking at Omega and he's like, "What is your issue?" I felt that because that's exactly what I would have said.
See, and I'm like totally like an Omega in that situation where like I related to the fact that it's like all this stuff is gone. Like I have the connection to things. I think a lot, right? So like
Yeah.
I related to her a lot.
You're the kind of guy that like names his pencil and then gets upset when it breaks.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Well, it's kind of like
Yeah.
different different types of like brains for people. You got like empathetic people, and then you have like more logic brain people. And I'm definitely on the logic brain. So for me, when Tech's like he's a soldier on a different mission, I'm like, yep, makes sense to me.
And
Because
it,
that's
Yeah, but
what they
still,
are.
like it
man.
shows that even within the batch itself a lot of the time, right? Because like there's the moment where Wrecker like goes and gets like saves Tech, and Tech is like, "Yo, like grab that. What are you doing?" And he's like, "Nah, man. Like I'm getting you." Like so, like shows like that logic side versus like that like empathy side there, even right?
Yeah.
Yo, how did they
No.
instill autism into a clone?
Well, they are the Bad Batch. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. All right. Well, this episode's never getting monetized.
Oh man, if that was an option in the first place, yeah. We say fuck way too quick in these shows for it to be monetized.
I can say it. I'm tistic. It's fine.
Oh my god.
It's fine. I can say it.
You're tistic?
Everybody
Did you
is a
say
little bit.
tistic?
Stick is gonna be my next
Yeah,
like
dude.
D&D character name.
Tistic.
I'm Tistic.
Oh man. No, I like this episode a little. I don't know. I guess I do. I feel what you're saying with like the character moments because those do matter. And like seeing Echo and not Echo, Tech and Omega kind of have like a moment together where they're sort of compromising on their different ways of thinking. It's cute. But I didn't give a single shit about these dumb Peter Pan kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the second parter, like that's where it kind of, I don't know, it sort of fell apart for me. I kind of wish that they got the ship off planet and like had to find it later in the season or some shit, or maybe even next season. Who knows, right? Like
Yeah.
even at the end of the first episode, why I was shocked that this was a two-parter is because like I thought Sid was just gonna have like a pickup for them and we wouldn't even see it, and then they'd be back and doing another thing in this.
But no,
second
Sid's a little bitch. I hate Sid, man.
The
She
funny
knows me.
idea for me now is that Sid is like sent somebody right when they like left.
Yeah.
And they're like, well,
He's-
what the
he's like,
fuck,
oh.
dude.
He's like at their last on quarters. He's like just like, walking around like John Travolta.
No, but you know who she sent to pick them up? Hondo Onaka. That would have been so
Oh
fucking
my
funny
God.
if the episode ended with him landing like, my friend. No one's here.
Hello?
I hate her. I
Hello?
don't get why she's still in the show. I'm
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna have a thing with her, but
No,
it's
and
like
I
why
think that
why
like,
do they still owe her?
I thought she was
anything?
gonna be like a few episode kind of deal, and then they just leave
Yeah.
for another thing. But she's sticking
again,
around,
though,
I guess.
think that like she is. We're gonna see that confrontation come up because like we saw it in that faster episode. We saw it in this second part of I can't remember what the episode name is actually.
Yeah, she's gonna betray them for sure.
Where like they're bringing up how like this person is kind of in charge of this group and is not giving them everything that they can.
And
Yeah.
that's how Tech's gonna die.
Cool.
He's
I mean,
gonna reveal something like a dark secret. And he's gonna unravel all the mysteries and then die at the very end, just like Five.
She's gonna shoot him in the back or something.
I think this show so far for me has been the best Star Wars show for little things like that in each episode. Where like I can look back to the faster episode now and see like, okay, like they did bring that up as like collateral to Sid, like that we helped you and we were like kind of trying to be more of like a family to you, like trying to be more of a friend. Like
Yeah. And I think that's probably gonna play into the theme of what Omega's thinking, is maybe she's like getting to the point where even she thinks like Sid is part of the family and Sid is gonna betray them.
yeah, and
that's
it's gonna be
gonna
like,
really
well,
hurt
people,
Omega.
we can't really like trust people and fuck people.
Well, don't trust lizard people anymore.
And you never trust lizard people. And you know what? Here's what's gonna
Trandoshans are
happen.
pretty brutal.
Is she Trandoshan? I guess she is Trandoshan,
Yeah.
didn't she? Here's what's going to happen. Tech is going to think like Omega, and he's going to trust Sid, and it's going to be his undoing, and that's going to make Omega realize that you can't trust everybody.
I think that'll be the big one. Is that the Sid betrayal for sure? Like I think that'll
Mhm.
be the big like turning point for her if that happens in the season at all. But
If there's one thing I can say about every episode of this show, though, is that they are visually stunning.
Oh yeah,
Like, holy moly. There were scenes in episode 9 that were just like blowing me away.
like the visuals of the planet alone were just like so cool. Can I tell you guys actually a little theory that I have based on the visuals and the music? Actually, I thought
Sure.
that this planet, and I don't know how they would tie it in, was I don't know what the planet is called in Mandalorian, but like the first planet that they go to get like Grogu, the desert. one.
Dantooine.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was that
Was-
one because
was
it
that
has
Dantooine?
like no.
It's not Dantooine.
No, of course it's not Dantooine. What the fuck am I saying?
Like because it had like the same kind of like cavernous things that Mando was walking through at one point, and I just was like,
Yeah.
if this was that planet, like the music where it was all westerny would tie in.
I'm a
I don't know how
sucker
it
for
would
Western
work, but
themes,
yeah.
so like the whole Western look, it felt like a level in Borderlands to me, and I
Yeah.
loved it. It was really cool. I will say, I thought that the kid, when he was still wearing like his gear and his helmet, for a second, my brain was like, "Is this Sabine? Am I seeing Sabine?" And I think it was just like the colors because there was a lot
Yeah.
of purple. But yeah, for a minute I
He
was like,
"My name is
they
Benny.
doing
Benny
this?"
Wren."
because I want more Sabine. Where is she?
A lot of people apparently when they saw him thought Hondo, like first glance.
I can see that.
People just want
Hondo's-
Hondo, man.
Somehow, like going back in time to when he was a
Hondo's just-
kid.
Honda's just great.
I love
Hondo's just a guy.
I just can't.
I don't
wait
think
for him to show
anybody-
up in this.
Yeah, I don't think anybody doesn't like Hondo. He's just an awesome character. He's like Hondo is one of the Clone Wars characters that just stands out because he just fits so seamlessly into the world. Because
Mhm.
there are some characters in Clone Wars and Bad Batch that are like, I don't think this belongs in Star Wars. Shit. The entirety of Book of Boba Fett was that.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett was a really weird. Like, what is going on?
Like, what the hell is happening to Tatooine? did they play Cyberpunk before writing these
Yeah,
episodes?
why do they have futuristic like robot people on here?
Like, why
Yeah,
Tatooine of all places? Like, it became the hub because news was like, "Oh, Luke Skywalker was from here, man. Like, let's all just go to Tatooine. It must be great." And they get there, it's like butt fuck nothing.
Yeah, I even I even felt like the droids in episode 10. Oh, I guess both episodes. Didn't really look like Star Wars droids. They look cool, but they looked more like something you'd see in like Warframe or something.
Yeah, just
Like,
like the more like biological looking kind of droids that were like
Yeah,
in
and they were,
the
like,
guy's
really,
military.
like-
I don't know military, but his militia kind
Really
of thing.
rounded, I think. I don't even know what it is, but they kind of felt like you guys know how like cars in the 80s went from being boxy to in like the late 90s, early 2000s went to being like really bubbly.
Yeah.
It felt like that. It's like, oh, these are the 2006 droids. Got it.
The
They're just
new model.
it's the new models. They're rounder.
Yeah,
I want to see like commercials for droids, like car commercials, but like droids.
Monday. Get your own new battle droid.
Introduce the new C-13 protocol droids. And it's just like a fucking
V6 engine, fully automatic. Apply now for 0% financing for 6 months.
with an all-new 4-leg system. We can go over any terrain.
It would fit right in. Honestly, I could see that in like Nar Shaddaa or something. You know,
Yeah.
I want to see like what if one of these episodes is just like not to pay homage to Rick and Morty now that there's kind of like bad blood with
Yeah.
that, but like an episode where the batch just like sits down and with Omega to watch like TV and it's just like different Star Wars ads.
I mean, I said this when we were watching Andor. I love that stuff. I really, really like it when Star Wars is just slice of life. That stuff makes me so happy. Like some of my favorite moments in Bad Batch are just like the crew on the ship, like Wrecker playing with a doll. that's the stuff I like.
Wrecker
also,
lifting Gonki.
Wrecker clotheslined a child.
Yes! Oh, thank you for bringing that up. That was such a highlight for me, dude. Like
That was sick.
that was awesome.
When did he do that?
That was when Benny was trying to escape, and he got on his speeder and was like, "Doo," and then just clothesline by Wrecker.
Wrecker clotheslined a 10-year-old off of a speeder at 40 miles an hour.
God, that was awesome.
He would have broken that kid's ribs.
I hope
Like
he
Wrecker
did.
can pick up
Benny
tanks.
fucking sucked.
Speaking of
Benny
Gonky though,
sucked.
MVP.
Yeah, I think it was awesome because I'm glad that like the Gonky stuff like actually came into play from the last episode when they were like subtly mentioning the whole Marauder thing, because I was even like, well, Gonky's on the ship, bro. Like, try to connect to Gonky, and then boom, the show just knows it's perfect. It like knows that people are gonna have your complaints. You know what I mean?
Gonky,
And I do.
the
I
awesome battery droid.
The battery droid?
Yeah,
That's what Gonky is. It's a battery.
Gonk droids are just
Oh,
like
yeah.
walking batteries. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
true,
other
true.
things. I mean, like then they'll use them in freaking Mando as like an escort, and you're like,
Yeah.
not that kind of escort.
Or they'll use gonk droids to like carry food trays.
Yeah.
Which
Gonk
is always-
droids are all in one. They're like
It always
they're
kinda
like the Hummers.
Honestly, Gonk
Monday,
droids are like my
Monday,
favorite.
Monday.
If I could be in Star Wars, I would huddle down into a Gonk droid outfit and just do it. I don't care.
I think Star Wars has been doing this a lot lately, and I've never liked this. And I guess even the old movie is guilty of it at one point or two, but the old movies. But I don't like it when I see like protocol droids or like gonk droids doing things that they're not programmed to do. Like, look, I can
that's
see
all
it if
about
it's in like
the
a
inhibitor thing or whatever. Like if they don't have that, then they have like their own like
sure.
whatchamacallit, like their own like
It's just
purpose.
kind of strange how like protocol droids, just for example, are like specifically designed to do a thing. And
Yeah.
like we see so many droids in Star Wars that like this droid is a chef, you know? And it's weird to me that like sometimes we see protocol droids working as like wait staff. And it's like, how much did you pay for this protocol droid just to have it serve drinks? Because they've got to be expensive. Like they know every language in the galaxy. They have to be expensive, right?
One-time payment.
One-time payment,
0%
lifelong
down.
waiter. Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I'm like, okay. You guys know this, but anybody who's watching this doesn't. I installed rollerblade wheels onto my office chair.
Now an advertisement for rollerblade wheels.
Dude, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I just like lightly pushed off of my desk, and I just started rolling away. This is so awesome, dude.
The power of rollerblade wheels.
It's so smooth.
Do you guys know who Benny was voiced by? Like, do you know another thing? He
I
does?
was recognizing the voice, but I don't know by who.
my
Yeah, I
biggest
couldn't place
thing is he was Peter Parker in the Spider-Man game. That's
Ah.
Oh, is it Yuri Lowenthal?
yes, that's who it is. Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
he's something in Ben 10. So what is it, AJ? Who is he?
In Ben 10.
Is he just Ben 10 in the older ones, or
No, Ben 10 is voiced by a girl in the old ones. He. Oh fuck! I think he might play an alien.
this is the Ben 10 hour?
Oh, he voices. The older Ben 10. He voices Alien X and Feedback, two aliens.
Boom.
I've never seen Benson Tinson. By the time that show came out, I was already interested in like girls.
You know what's funny
Like, I
though
was-
is that like a person that got me into Ben 10 when I was younger was like my cousin's like boyfriend at the time, and he was like, I think your age. So like think about that for a moment, right? Like
I mean, look, I can't stand here on a pedestal and act like I'm not like a nerd that watches cartoons or that doesn't watch cartoons.
yeah, exactly, right. Like
Ben
you'd be
10
like,
came out in 2005, and I graduated high school in 2006, so my brain was elsewhere. In 2005, all I could think about was like, why isn't Rebecca messaging me back on AIM? Like,
I was thinking about the King Kong movie in 2005.
is that when that came out?
Yeah.
Huh.
Right.
I was thinking about Ben 10.
I was crying over King Kong falling off the Empire State Building. I was like, damn, dude. And then Gavin was making fun of me. What the fuck, bro?
G-Man Gavin?
Yeah.
The
The original.
Screw
OG
you, Gavin.
The
G-Man
guy that I
Gavin.
stole my name from, he was making fun of me. I was like, dude, don't do that. It hurt my feelings forever. I clearly remember that from like 30 fucking years ago.
Dude,
Oh my
every
god.
time I try to rewatch that King Kong movie, I always get through the first half where they're on Skull Island because I love that half, and then the second half of the movie, I'm just checked out.
What do you mean? No, you're crazy. Because like the first hour, they're in New York, and then like the second bit, they're in Skull Island, and then like maybe like a little bit they're back in New York, so it's not even that much of a big deal.
New
okay.
York.
Let me rephrase it then. Every time they're not on Skull Island, I don't like that movie.
Yeah, okay, I'll get you there. I skipped past the first
Skull Island
hour.
is awesome. You know, there's a book that you can get. It's like super expensive, because it was like a limited run. But there's a book that's like a sort of like a biologist, like a Darwin style, like kind of chronicling of the things that they found on Skull Island.
I
It's
love those
super
kind of books,
cool.
dude.
You can find readings of it on YouTube, and it's amazing. I've tried to buy it, but it's like $20,000. Let me see if I can find it on eBay right
you
now.
guys
Is it
heard
the
about
World
what-
of Kong, the natural history of Skull Island?
Yeah, that's it. I think.
You guys
Let's see,
know
on
about
Amazon,
all-
it is $700.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
there's so many of these kind of like biology book things that are like so expensive. I can't remember what this like one is about, like theoretical evolution of like man or theoretical evolution of dinosaurs and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're expensive.
Really
Bro, I was like,
expensive.
there's no way it could be that much.
Dude, it is super
It's-
expensive.
Yeah.
I can
It
get,
was
I
a
can
very
get a
limited
used copy for about $300 or $400.
Isn't that wild? It's a fictional book about fake dinosaurs. Like, why is it so expensive? But it's super cool. Like, it's only in hardback, and it has all the concept art for the movie. And there's so much stuff they made for this book that like aren't even in the movie. Like they go into like heavy detail on creatures that aren't even featured in the film. Like there might be like a weird bug in one shot, and there's like 6 pages dedicated to it in this book.
That's Peter Jackson for you, man.
Right? It's really, really neat though.
I love that kind of thing.
One day,
Yeah.
man.
One day.
I own a bunch of those kind of books for Star Wars. That's why I know
that's-
so much about like Stormtrooper armor, is because I have like 3 different books on Stormtroopers.
But that's why, like I went to the Lego store and I saw like the Millennium Falcon for like $1,000. I was like, one day. And then like as I was walking out, I saw a dad with his kid. He's like, one day, champ. I was like, yeah, man, like one day. Even
Yeah,
when you're
dude.
super old, like you are.
The Lego Millennium Falcon is like every geeky boy's dream.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna get that fucking $1,000 Lego Millennium Falcon.
Shit, I won't. I'm past the age where I can justify that purchase. Now I'm like, dude, that's like my power bill for like 3 months. So
Yeah,
ah.
That just goes to show that they should maybe fucking figure something out about that pricing of that thing. 'Cause Jesus Christ, that's like unobtainable for normal people.
yeah.
It's like the high class can only buy
Bro,
that.
I saw the fucking girlfriend of the year. I was driving at a stop light, and this girl was crossing with that in like a bag. I'm like, whoever's getting that, or if that's for herself, like, congratulations! Like, goddamn,
Right? I have the Lego Slave One ship, but I have like the re-release of it.
called
That's-
Starship.
The fire,
Exactly.
the
That's
fire spray
exactly what I was
gunner.
gonna say. Yeah, exactly. That's the one that I have. The one that like they refuse to call Slave One, which is
Ooh,
stupid.
pisses
It's
me
so
off so
stupid.
fucking much.
Same. And
Ooh.
in retaliation, I'm about to be playing every Star Wars game on stream, all of them, just to throw the middle fingers up at Disney. Like, hey, buddy, I remember Jedi Knight. You think I forgot about Kyle Katarn? I didn't, and nobody should.
Hey,
He's
remember
the
when they
man.
had Suicide in The Incredibles?
What?
What?
That guy was jumping off the building at the beginning of the movie.
Oh right,
He was
okay,
gonna
yeah.
kill himself.
Yeah, he was gonna kill himself. Yeah.
Jesus.
Like, and then like that guy sued Mr. Incredible because he ruined his suicide.
What?
Yeah.
Like what a dark thing for that movie to feature, and me to be like a kid and be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I was like, wow, he saved him. Bon Voyage is here now. Weird. Okay, the train's crashing.
Huh. Did you guys ever play the old Star Wars games with like Jedi Knight and like Dark Forces and stuff with Kyle Katarn?
Yeah,
No.
like I did a little bit, but and I went back to them recently, and I was like, "Ooh."
They're a
No.
little tough to play now, but dude, Kyle Katarn is like Sigma male energy for a Jedi. dude.
Yeah,
I have them.
He's the man.
I do remember that, and the hero's getting sucked into the airplane turbine by the cape and dying. Yeah, that shit I
remember that.
remember. That was freaking visceral.
There was a like Star Wars pack, a humble bundle, that has like Jedi Knight, like Dark Forces and the Mysteries of the Sith. We have Jedi Outcast.
Yeah, dude. I just
Jedi
bought the Steam
Academy.
bundle.
Got Knights
Steam
of the Old
bundle's
Republic.
Like $200.
Yeah, I got that
It's worth
pack
it.
when it was off on like a big sale at one point, and some of them I was like, oh man, like
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's-
touch you.
I got Force Unleashed. I have like 10 hours in that one.
Even if you don't play the Dark Forces games, because it's Dark Forces, then it's Dark Forces 2, then it's Jedi Knight, and then Jedi Knight 2, and then Jedi Knight like Jedi Academy or something. There's like 5 of them. But Kyle is like one of the main characters in all of them. And even if you don't play the games, it's worth
Kyle.
watching through the story. Yeah, no, right, Kyle. That's whatever. Well, I guess the main
like-
character in Star Wars name's Luke.
Exactly.
So-
Like that's always what I go to. It's like there is
Kyle Katarn is
genuinely
like-
human names apparently.
He's like if you took Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and merged them, and it just makes like the dude is just oozing testosterone, dude.
And the heroes getting sucked into the airplane turbine by the cape and dying. Yeah, that's also a thing.
Like
Yeah.
it's like what's his name, Dash Rengar or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that energy, that was like permeating that era of Star Wars. I think.
hell yeah, dude.
Dash Rendar.
Dash Rendar with his dope ass shoulder pads. Is that the right guy?
Yeah, that's that.
Oh yeah, he has
Yeah, he's
like a
wearing, like,
fucking
football
bubble
pads.
vest. He has, like, a
I
bubble
love
vest
that era
following
of Star
shoulder
Wars,
pads.
dude.
Play that game on stream somehow.
Hell yeah,
The
dude.
Galaxy of Heroes here.
No, the with Shadow of the Empire.
It's like that era of like 80s Star Wars where everything is just like it's like
Ridiculous.
pulp sci-fi where it's just so goddamn cool.
The comic art
and
was
this
popping at that point. Holy crap!
right, and like that stuff doesn't exist in Star Wars anymore, and that kind of makes me sad because I love that stuff.
Well, because now it's
Like,
got all
I'm
like
looking-
this trying to like unification kind of feeling, you know?
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of Dash Rendar on Wikipedia right now, and the picture is just Dash shooting a man in the face.
Wait a minute, let me look this up.
Just go to Dash Rendar on Wikipedia and just scroll down.
He's
There's
pointing directly at the camera,
he's shooting a man right in the face. Like that is
and he's also pointing at himself for some reason.
Yeah,
so cool.
I'm the coolest, and I'm gonna shoot you in the face.
I'm gonna shoot you in the
This
face.
isn't even the version of him that I really remember. He looks too like narrow in this picture.
Who's this live action Dash Render? Who the fuck is this guy?
What do you mean? Where is that?
There's like
Um,
another.
Dude, that is fucking a Kurt Russell lookalike if I've ever seen one. I
I
almost
think-
thought that was him for a second.
Some of the cutscenes in some of the older games, I think, actually had like Command and Conquer style live action cutscenes like that.
What?
I may be misremembering though, but I do
There's
vaguely
some guy
remember there
playing
being
him.
like
There's some
Why are
actor.
there no pictures from goddamn Shadow of the Empire for him? Because like that is mostly where I should see him.
yeah, like Dark Forces 2 had actual live action cutscenes,
What?
dude, and they are awesome. They are
That sounds
awesome.
incredible.
You gotta watch like somebody play through this game. It is amazing. Because it's like when you're watching these cutscenes, it is very clearly like super campy, low production, bad Star Wars. But it's like it feels so good. It's amazing. Anyway,
Anyway,
Bad
Bad
Batch is
Batch,
pretty
good.
I mean, like, I thought that there were some good action scenes, like some like tense moments. I liked Hunter's like climb into the whatever you want to call the chimney,
The chimney stacks.
the smoke
I like
stack. I
the-
thought that was
I like-
a really cool one.
Tech and like when he's going to like apologize to Echo and or Omega, and he immediately like when she falls, he like immediately jumps in afterward.
Yeah,
I saw that scene and I was like, what are you doing?
breaks his fucking.
You don't know
legs
what's down there.
She's dead, Tech.
Get out of there!
Like when she falls and she just goes, ah. I'm like, oh well, there goes Omega.
Your
I guess she's
impression
dead
of
now.
Omega is incredible, dude. I just want you to like go over this the entire show and do like your own
My
impression
Omega
of it.
voice?
Yeah, your Omega voice for all of your lines. Dub over
I'm
this.
gonna fall down this hole, Tech. Make sure you come down here with me. I'm Omega.
Omega.
Everyone else
We're
is
a
just
family, Tech.
But she's like a weird southern, like Australian mix.
I'm fighting for my life right now, man. I hate Omega, dude. I'm sorry. I
I
just hate
love her
so much.
so much, dude. She's like
Omega.
a highlight.
The only
I
thing about Omega that I
criticize-
want to know more about is whether or not they're going to bring up the fact that she's technically Boba Fett's sister.
Well, they
and
brought
whether
it
or
up
not,
already.
yeah, but I want more.
I know,
And
they're
whether
gonna
or not
do
they're
it,
going to-
dude.
She's also technically the Bad Batch's sister.
Yeah, but like she's like directly with Boba. You know, she
Yeah.
doesn't have like the growth thing. But I also
she's gonna
wanna
show up in
see-
the second season of Book of Boba Fett. She'll be like,
If
"Hello,
that-
brother."
No, okay, fuck that. If he, if she shows up in that before he shows up in this, fuck that. I don't
You
know.
remember me, but
gonna
that's
happen.
me,
'Cause then-
Omega.
And then they would do some stupid shit where it's like, oh, I know you because I met you back in the day. I'd be like, why didn't you show it in the show?
I know you because we live together, brother. We're like actual brother and sister now.
Oh my
We're
god.
family.
Dude, you should play the older version of Omega when that comes to live action.
It's me, Omega.
She pulls up in a car with Vin Diesel from Fast and Furious because it's a family
Family.
joke. It's a bad joke. I also want to know more about her bow because her bow is the same bow that the Night Sisters use.
Well, where'd she fucking get that from again? Because it was in season 1.
I think Sid gave it to her, right?
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
Hold on,
they didn't
look
really
this shit up.
explain anything about it.
Let's see.
No, I think she got it on a mission or some shit, didn't she? Omega's
Maybe?
bow origin.
But it's like 100% a Night Sister bow.
A Zygerian energy bow was found by Omega on planet Ord Mantell shortly after the formation of the Galactic Empire. After seeing it fit, she picked up the bow, later using it on a mission to retrieve a tactical droid's head on the planet Curly. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's just stupid. They just kind of hand waved it.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's
like,
like-
it's like picking up a gun, right? And then now she's like,
Well, these are like, it's more iconic than that though, because like we've only ever seen like the Zabraks and Night Sisters use this. It's like a lightsaber,
No,
you
no, I
know?
think
Like
it's
this
like
is a
a
very
Zy-
specific weapon.
I think it's Zygerian or something. Isn't that what they just said?
My brother in Christ, we've only seen the Night Sisters use them.
Hold up. It says it's Zygerian
You think I'm making this up, bro?
energy bow. It's a Zygerian energy bow.
Well, they
Night
call
Sis-
lightsabers
okay,
lightsabers. That doesn't
Night
mean that they
Sis-
found them on planet
The Night Sister
lightsabers.
energy bow does look very similar, but it's still different.
Bro, it's the same bow.
Hold up. Okay, let me look up the Night Sister bow because I have now got both up.
It's the same
It's the
bow.
same
It looks
bow.
a little. It looks a.
That
She
is
has a
so
compound.
different, Richard. That
It's
is
the
insane.
same-
That is a
Bro.
different bow. I'm sorry for anyone's ears.
How many ways are there to design
I will share my
a laser
screen to you
bow?
right now. Holy fuck! This is such.
I
a
know what they
different
look
bow.
like, dog.
No,
I've
you
watched
clearly
Ben
don't,
10.
Richard.
It's practically the
Get
same.
right here. Literally, look at this shit. This is this bow.
All right, shit. Hold on, I'm in too many
It's
discords.
such a different bow, Richard.
So I guess it is a Zygerian bow because I guess it
Yeah,
It's
I
like
got
the
that
same-
pulled
it's
up.
like the
It's
same
still the
bow
same
for-
bow.
just a
Look
different
at this
design.
Fucking bow, dude. It's
Sam, it's the same. I think what he's saying is the same fucking concept. Like if you have
Right.
a fucking Japanese bow and a European bow, they both shoot an arrow, but they're the same.
You're saying that it's just because it shoots lasers. It's the same thing.
Yes!
It's like a
It's
compound
madness,
bow.
dude.
If the Night Sisters who are fully grown are using like their own long bows, this is like a compound bow for a
There are
child.
still differences
But it's the
between
same thing.
bows.
Boys got purple string.
Exactly like the soup thing and the beans in the can. It's like you're madness right now, dude. Like these are
What?
different things.
the fucking
Soup and beans
the,
and
the
cans.
beans in a can from Phasmophobia.
Oh,
Like, it's exactly like that. There can be different. Like that's insane to me. That you're like, this is the same thing. This is different things, dude.
I'm with Richard on this one.
yeah, dude. Go ahead. Do me a favor and
Anyone,
just.
if you were like, oh my god, that's a Night Sister bow, they'd be like, no, that's a fucking totally different thing.
I was like, well, like, oh my god, that crossbow is a fucking Zygerian like dickwad, you know?
But this,
It's
this is like you saying that the bowcaster is pretty much like the same as this then, because it's a
Bro.
different thing.
Do you think Darth Maul's lightsaber is different? Got him.
Oh my god,
Do
Darth
I think
Maul!
Darth Maul's lightsaber? It is different. What do you mean?
Oh my god,
still a
Darth Maul,
lightsaber.
It's a
Darth Maul has
lightsaber, but
fucking
it's
Obi-Wan's
different.
lightsaber, dude.
We call it a double-bladed lightsaber. There's a reason that everything has a different name.
Yeah, but it's still a lightsaber.
We call this a
It's different, though.
Zygerian bungle bow, whatever the fuck you said. It's
This
the
is
same
so
kind
much
of bow.
different than it's so much different than a Night Sister bow that's why it's called the Zygerian energy bow.
I'm about to
But
fly
Sam,
Candy
are you
right now to fight you.
are you agreeing that they're both energy bows?
Sure, yes, just the same
Then
as
that's all we're
blasters.
comparing here.
Yeah, but there's are different blasters in the Star Wars universe. They all shoot energy guns, but they're different names for the blasters. What are you
I'm gonna
talking
leave this
about?
conversation.
Guns shoot the same, or not the same ammo per se. Like an M16 is an assault rifle, but then there's an AK-47 that's an assault rifle. They have different names. They're both assault rifles.
But
But
You're insane.
But like but okay, an AK-47 and an AK-74 are different guns.
So one is a submachine gun, yeah.
but these are
But-
both bows.
But they still came from the same place. You following me?
You're
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
These are different. I don't know what you're trying
Listen,
to
bro,
say
when
now.
I start seeing people shooting purple energy bows all over Star Wars, I'll start thinking that it's a common weapon, but I ain't seen that yet.
Oh man, I don't know.
Right, I
They're
looked
different.
up
They're so different.
an energy bow was a type of bow whose string and arrow were made of energy rather than solid material. Shala Mondatha, the bounty hunter, also wields such weapon. Those built by the Night Sisters of Dathomir were plasma-based. Omega, an all-other clone of Django, also wielded an energy bow.
Boy, what up?
So what's your point though? Like that's what I'm saying with the assault rifle thing. Like it's
They're
literally-
both energy bows! I don't know what you're saying!
That's what I'm saying. Sure, they're both energy bows, just in the same way that a bow and arrow and a longbow and like a different type of bow.
Hold on. If I have like a normal bow and I stick a fucking duct tape on it, is it a different bow? No, it's the same fucking
But
thing.
this is such a different bow than the other bow that you're insane. That,
Only in Roxanne, it does the same fucking thing.
yeah, but it looks so different. Like
This is the nerdiest conversation.
insanely different types of bows. Like there are different bows, dude. Like what are you talking about? These
Yeah,
are
but these-
so different.
The boiled down to what just the basic what it
This
does.
is like
it
a
shoots
bow
a
that-
fucking laser.
Yeah, that's
That's
say, then why don't we call all assault rifles the same thing? Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, we call them all assault rifles.
No, but we call them like what are you talking about?
all called assault rifles.
I get that this
Yeah,
is about bow. I
you-
understand this is
you
an
can
energy
boil-
bow, but they're different things. Like they're so different.
You can boil it down to like, oh, this is an AK-47, this is an AR-15, but they're both assault rifles.
Yeah, but they do different things fundamentally. Like they have different rates of fire and all these fundamental different things.
But
Like,
they
they
both
are
shoot
different.
bullets.
Yeah, but there's differences. Holy fuck! Like that's what I'm saying.
Wookiees are from Kashyyyk.
Like that's madness.
Why is a Wookiee
How are
on
we siding with
Tatooine?
Richard saying that this is a Dark Sister bow when it's or Night Sister bow when it's clearly not?
It doesn't make sense.
It's madness to me that I'm looking like the bad guy here. Apparently,
I'm just suggesting that maybe the bow might have been manufactured in the same place as all the Night Sister bows. It's just
on
a special
Nigeria,
one. Yeah, dude.
where
That's it.
not
That's what I'm-
Dathomir is.
I just want to see it, dude.
You want to
They're
see
both
the
energy
origin
bows.
of the Nigerian energy bow being made. They want a flashback to the origins.
Deadass? Yeah, dude. That's what I want.
You want
I would like to see
war
them-
where Nigeria went to war with Dathomir and stole their technology, and
Yes,
you get that
yes,
crossover where it's
yes,
like, oh, it all
yes.
was the same.
Yes,
that
and
clip
you're
of us
lying
arguing
if you
about
want to
fucking
say that
bow?
you wouldn't see that. You are lying to me right now to my face live on twitch.tv if you're going to sit here and tell me that you would not enjoy watching that.
I'd love to watch it just for the sake of this argument.
Of course you would, you goddamn
Like in
nerd.
that very episode, it's like, these are not Dathomir bows.
I want to see an episode where they find a holocron specifically detailing the history of Omega's bow.
Specifically hers. Like it becomes super iconic later in the future of Star Wars, so it's like they
What
needed
if it
a
does?
holocron.
What if it
It
does?
probably does. She's probably going to become like the next herald of Star Wars, where it's like Omega in the future.
I mean, it shoots the same kind of like laser as like a lightsaber. It's plasma based. So it's like it's not just like a blaster. You know, it's different.
A blaster's energy. This is plasma.
Yeah.
I mean, like, sure.
You can turn your blood into this shit.
after that heated conversation, you're just gonna be like, yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah. That part I don't care about.
This podcast is ridiculous. That's why we need
But
Dan.
Sam, they were beans.
Oh my god, dude! But you can put other things in cans. Like, holy fuck!
I still don't know what you were arguing about.
Because like Richard was saying that the only thing in cans were beans.
It
And
was
that can was
specifically
beans.
a can of beans.
But other cans. Oh my god!
Yes,
You're
but
saying all cans can only have beans.
you're
I did not
was
I did
just
not say
watching
that
this clip.
all cans are beans.
he was saying that can had beans, not all cans have beans.
I've just watched this already, like the other day, and he was straight up saying what I'm saying. Like, otherwise, why would I be fighting so intensely? I'm saying that not all
I don't know,
cans are
dude.
beans.
Because you're on drugs. That's why.
It's
Maniac.
like that not all, like, this is this, but this is this.
All toads are frogs, not all frogs are toads.
Hashtag not all cans.
All cans of beans are.
We're gonna raid when we raid. Put that in chat.
All beans are in
Not
cans, but all
we'll put that
cans
in
are
there.
beans. Not all cans.
Not all cans.
I have nothing
Holy
else to say
fuck,
about
man.
these episodes.
I like
We-
these
we-
episodes. That's what I'll say. Like, I
We
think that.
spent like 15 minutes arguing about a bow.
Yeah,
the
I didn't
important
think
part.
that that's what the takeaway from this episode was going to be originally. Oh, actually,
That was,
I don't
that's
know.
content.
I think I did like in general how like, fuck, this happened at one point. I think he even like drew comparisons to it in the episode. Echo was like, or not Echo, fuck Tech. I keep mixing those two up. Goddamn. Tech.
Echo.
Techo. Oh, that's a good ship name. I like that.
Mm.
He drew comparisons to this operation on like the smaller scale that it is to the Empire, and I thought that was just like a really like, I mean, like maybe you didn't need that to be said, but it is just like a nice little comparison to make. So
Hold on.
I
I'm,
like
I'm
that.
looking up Rule 34 of Echo and Tech.
it's probably
Oh,
a thing
God.
for sure, bro.
Let me
There's
go into
freaking Wrecker and
incognito.
Gonky porn, bro.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. Oh, it's real. Okay, closing
Gonky
that.
stuff.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to
No.
talk about this, dude.
Oh my god!
What y'all think you were gonna see?
More
I
bow
looked up-
information.
I looked up Echo and Tech Rule 34. Is like it's a lot of Ahsoka just getting railed, but
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it's.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the,
Sorry,
the
Ahsoka.
baloney business.
ew. And that's a gross one of Omega. Yeah, I don't want to watch
close
this
it
thing.
out.
I don't want to look
Close it
anymore.
out.
I don't
Why
want
there?
Say
FBI.
that.
No,
All right. Well, we're gonna look for someone to raid into on that note. Jesus Christ.
I don't
Gonna
want to
have
look
to-
at that. That's not me.
Gonna have to bleep that one on the
Get
YouTube
us out
one.
of here.
Yeah, please.
Editing this whole end segment out for sure. Ugh.
just edit this episode to be nothing but the bow conversation and just have it
Yeah,
abruptly
really.
end.
All right. Let's look for I'm gonna look up Republic Commando. Is anyone playing that game?
How many episodes do we have left?
There's
Let's
16.
see. Season 1 had 16.
There's 16 episodes, or there's 6 episodes left. Yeah.
6.
Nice.
Okay. The last 3 are gonna be bangers.
I hope so.
Well,
We need
we're
to
gonna have
do this.
another like 2-parter finale thing at the very end where it's gonna be all in on that
Well,
one.
they're going to return to Camino again. I'm just
I already know. I feel like I know what the deal is with that episode. I'm not gonna lie. Like it feels
Bro,
like
the season 1 finale with like blowing up Camino, so good.
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Still
we're gonna
thinking about
return to Mount Tantus or something like that. So that'll be dope.
I think we'll probably see what happens to Rampart too.
True, actually. I think we'll see him again by the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we see Cody. I hope we see I hope we see Hondo. And I'm gonna make that claim. I think it's gonna happen this season.
I don't know, man.
Nah,
You don't think Hondo's gonna come?
not enough room for him.
I think Hondo is gonna be one. It's gonna. We have 6 episodes left. There's like a couple episodes left of Faff. I bet next 2 are gonna be shit.
They're definitely gonna be shit.
I honestly think we're gonna get another faster episode. I guarantee.
I think the next episode they should talk about the differences between a Zangarian bow and
that would be. They watch this fucking podcast. They're like, God, these
Even if anyone like of that quality watches our podcast,
You gotta believe.
that quality. These
You
people are
gotta
above
believe.
us.
if they
These are
watch our
quality
podcast
people.
and it changes something in this show,
Yeah,
bro,
we're like Zygardian bottom dwellers here.
My guardian.
All right, dude, do the raid. I gotta take a shit.
Okay, fine. We're just gonna raid into Kaz. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Kaz of the Mataz. Is Sons of the Forest already out?
Mm.
I don't give a fuck.
This episode was scuffed.
This is a great one. I don't know what you're talking about.
Probably the shortest one we've done, and it was just 15 minutes of bow argument.
Just yelling at each other.
Dan, we need you. Apparently, you're the rock to this madness.
Yeah, because Dan would have been like, "All right, fellas,
All right, fellas. I like this episode. That's my Dan impression for you guys this week.
Uh-oh.
All cans.
Who is it? Who is that?
It's me. I don't know if you guys. Wait,
I knew it.
Are
I
you
fucking knew it, dude.
kidding me right now? Get out of here. We're raiding into you, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Get out of here.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
We're bringing some manic sexual energy to your channel.
Yeah,
right now.
we had a fucking yelling match about about some bows.
That's fucking
About
ridiculous.
what?
About bows.
Like bow and arrows?
Yeah, so
But not all
there
cans in that one. Shit.
were energy bows, but they're from like two different places. But Sam was I don't know what Sam was arguing about. They're not the same thing, but they're both energy bows.
But they're
I see.
substantially different cans. Like if you look
They
at these
look
bows,
different. They
are
look different, but they do the
so
same thing.
Sure beans, dude. But there are different types of bows.
Dude,
Give
I've
me
got
a
to poop. I have
Oh,
to
you
poop.
go
What's
poo,
on this in
Richard.
the last 10
My
seconds?
clunky!
My clunky, Richard, get out of here.
McClunky.
Not
Also,
all cans. Hashtag not all cans.
Not all cans. What do you mean?
That's about the
Not-
bean cans.
Not all cans are cans of beans.